Welcome to the Judith TV show. Form, today's hottest celebrity relationship gist, secret romances exposed, shocking breakups shaking the internet, and couples everyone is talking about. Which gist do you believe, and which is just hype? Stay tuned for more. Welcome to the Judith TV show.
Hello, lovelies. Let's talk about this latest drama between Judy Austin, and then Esther Sky. Where they went to shoot a movie somewhere, I think in Asaba Delta State, South Nigeria. The news is all over. The story is all over. The interviews that what is that Esther granted, and then yeah, Yul has not responded, neither Judy Austin has responded, but Esther now narrated what happened that a lot of people are reacting to. That's what I want us to talk about in this video. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, this is the Judy TV show, as you all know. In here, friends, I talk about marriage and marriage-related trending issues. And my name is Judy, with a little touch of Ife, or just a little touch like that, okay? So, friends, this that ugly incident, to be honest, that is not the first time we're hearing that Yul came to a movie set and decided to decast some people. That he doesn't want to act with this person, that this person should go, and so on and so forth. Even when it is not his production, he was just invited like this other person. And I think the Actors Guild of Nigeria, I know that it used to be a Mecha Rollers. Mecha Rollers is one kind, he has two sides like that. There's one kind that is so gentle, there's another one that is a no nonsense person. But I don't know whether he's still their president. Okay, these are the kind of things as an association, an umbrella body of actors and actresses to look into. It is not healthy for you. So maybe because it has issues with somebody, if you want to settle issues you have with somebody, you can go to call the police or sue the person to court. But when you now come to a place and then you now say that this person should not act, that it's only you, I mean, it doesn't, it is fast. Rubbing on the credibility and the integrity of that industry as a whole. For instance, the case of the Soji, I think Soji, that fair guy like that, that looks very much like you. According to the guy, he said that when he came in, you even welcomed him and they greeted so well. You was even commending him that he's been doing so well, he should keep it up and all that. That he was now so surprised when I think the producer or the PM or whatever the person is called now called him aside and said that he cannot take the second scene or second role he was supposed to play. So the guy was like, why? And now said that you said he doesn't want to act with him, to the extent that you now said that if the guy should prefer the soju of a guy, that you will refund the money that they gave to him and walk away. And then the producer, or be the PM, now said that the guy should leave. The guy said he was so dumbfounded, he didn't know what to do, but he didn't want to react, so he just told his driver, I'll be his PA, and then both of them left the set and all that. Only for people to now discover that the reason why you did that was because somebody told him that the soji of a guy is following May Dochie on Instagram. So you see how petty you can be. It's not as if there's any genuine reason. And for crying out loud, this is what this guy also does to make a living. By the time he acts in various movies and all that, people will get to know him. That's how he start getting endorsement and everything. But you said no simply because he's following me. And I thought Yul has said that he has found peace in Judy Austin. How come people that are following me is still a problem? How come what May does is still a challenge? I just don't understand it. However, aside that Soji, I think there's another lady that I don't know what was the issue of that one, before this Esther Sky own. First of all, Esther Sky has been supporting Judy Austin. Rubbish she made. There was nothing she didn't say. There was no name she didn't call me. Go and check her old videos on her page, or yes, on her page. She was busy supporting Judy Austin. That time everything was okay. Nobody was quarreling her. She was in their camp. Everything was just good. I don't know what happened that she now switched camp and now said, okay, no, this woman is innocent. All the things that they're telling me to say against the woman is, I discovered that it is not true and all that. So she now started supporting me. It became a problem. But in fairness to that extent, much as she's a controversial person, everything she has said about Judy Austin is true. For instance, she calls Judy Austin a husband snatcher. Did she snatch somebody's husband? Oh, yes. She said Judy Austin came and was dancing with you when you lost his first son. Did she do that? Yes. When she said that with some other people, I think the first person that said that was Kuti Juice grandma. That I think is it the first child now or second child of you, the boy, that they're autistic or something. They have a health challenge. Esther says so. Is it true? Yes. Because when Judy posted the picture of that boy, when May bought a Range Rover and Judy went in competition and bought a toy Range Rover, when they called the boy downstairs, the boy now came. We didn't see when he was climbing downstairs. They just saw when they were putting the boy in the car. There was no reaction. The boy was just looking, there was just no reaction. No, he couldn't even touch anything and all that. So it was just so obvious. And I think there was one other time the boy was seen wearing pampers and everything, something like that. So at every point in time, she was the one that posted things. And I also recall that even in this Asaba, this movie now that is a challenge, that when Judy Austin came, according to stories, that she took a photograph in front of the hotel where they were staying, okay, and then she posted it. Not minding that the name, or maybe she wasn't observant to know that the name of the hotel was showing. So when people now saw it, people now started running with that, that they are in so and so hotel and all that. And then she now said it's people that are there that release the whatever information or something like that. You begin to wonder, why are they now hiding where Judy Austin is? Why are they now hiding what she's doing? The ready to wear that she's advertising and all that, she's not hiding it now, even though she does that in her house. But why are they now hiding it? And for you that now said, okay, people should turn off their phone, give it as a condition to either they seize their phone or everybody should switch off their phone. Do you know that somebody can be there and there will be an emergency? Either from the person's family, maybe the person is a husband or a wife, there will be an emergency at home and then the phone is switched off. So how will the person be contacted? Simply because you doesn't want people to see Judy Austin. You begin to wonder why. Yes, she did what she did. People have been trolling her and all that. So, but why? It's not as if it's new to you. And you said that he loves to be talked about. So why would you not give that as a condition? Supposing there's an emergency with any person that is there, how will you now get in touch with the person? Or even somebody that is there, maybe, I don't know whether they used to have medical people on ground or I don't know. But assuming they don't, if anything happens to any one of them, how will you now contact the medical team or the nearest hospital or so? Maybe the producer will now do that or something. To the extent that the producer now went and signed the undertaking, according to Esther. That undertaking, if anything, if Judy Austin, for instance, has a health challenge and she just slumps there and they rush her to hospital, then who would they now hold responsible? I mean, there are certain risks you don't take. By the way, I don't know whether you is fully aware, because he has joined the APC. I don't know whether he's fully aware that the police authority had said that police people should be withdrawn from VIPs. If you want to use police as, get an escort, either you use a civil defense official personnel, or you use a private, private security outfits that are registered with civil defense. But to go and get the police officers, up to 4 of them, if those police officers, if they are reported now, if Esther should get a lawyer and then that order to be mentioned, they trace those police officers and they will be in trouble. So I don't understand why this, the simple thing, and then the producer was now asking her to go and apologize. Apologize for what? That's what I just don't understand. Apologize for what? Are you telling me that you have not called people names? Are you telling me that Judy Austin has not even called people names? That the post he made one time and said that you people are attacking me and my children and all that, witchcraft, try it again and all that. So there has been an indirect shade, both this way and that way. At what point in time did he now get to? What is her name? May Edochie arrested, is it that Baba of a man or something? Because the guy was outrightly defaming May. He said May has HIV, May doesn't have HIV. He said May has been sleeping with men, she has not done that. He said, what else did she say? So everything the guy has said has been a defamation. But for this Esther, whatever she said about Judy Austin is just true. Like I said, when she said he's a husband snatcher, of course the evidence is there. When she said that they were dancing when Kambili that she was so insensitive and everything, the evidence was also there. So I don't know how it now got to this point that you should not be the person that will dictate it. People should switch off. That is even the one that is concerning switch off. If there's any emergency, what happens? How do you, if Destiny Etiko were to be there, will you now tell her to switch off her phone? You don't know who will call her. You don't know who is coming to visit her or something. I don't know, but I don't think it's a proper thing for the director, both the director and the producer, to agree to that. Are you people that swallowed up an inferiority complex for you to have agreed to that? However, I am calling on AGN. I think it's AGN that this is basically in their hands, because, like I said, the credibility and the integrity of that industry, of that sector, is gradually dying. Okay, if somebody wants to, maybe you people should work out a rule. If somebody is organizing a cruise, whoever he calls A, B, C, D, and all that, let it be. As this person is as you're calling the person, I want you to play a role in a movie I'm producing or something, and the person said yes, it's okay. These are the people that are going to be there too. If the person now looks at the list and says, okay, no, this person is there, I don't want to be there. No, I don't want to be there. So that it saves you the pains of paying the person and asking the person to refund. Because by the time the person must have done one or two and now see that there's another person, by the time the person responds, what time would it now take you to start scouting for another person? So it saves you people the stress of that, so that initially when you see all the cast, people that are due to cast in that particular movie, and there's any person you feel that you cannot act with, then you say it on time, then the person is withdrawn. Either you are withdrawn or the person is withdrawn. But if you don't say it and the person comes to set, like Esther that said she came all the way from Lagos, I think you came from Abuja, Justin also came from Abuja, I don't know where other people came from. Only for people, by the time they got in there with all the risk and everything, then you're telling them you can't act because of this person, or do this or do that. I mean, it doesn't just all go well. So AGN, I think you guys can do better. Work out a modality, work out rules and regulations. I don't know whether people have that, but if you do, I think it needs to be enforced. This idea of when somebody comes, because that of even the guy, a lot of people were pained. A lot of people were like, what is this? Why should you do this? Okay, not knowing. Somebody now said this because the guy is following me or on her Instagram page. So what has that got to do? If he's following me, what has that got to do? Was he the one that said you people should have problem, or was she the one that asked me to go and sue, or was she the one? What role? What role? The guy is just following somebody he likes, and which is because there's a freedom of what do you call it? Freedom association or freedom? Is there anything a freedom of like? Anyway, AGN, to be honest, you guys have to look into this, because this is not a good testimony at all. This is not just a good testimony, so that this thing doesn't escalate. Because Esther thankfully said that I think it's her aunt or her mom or whoever now sent her money and said leave that place immediately, because she might be there and then there will be problem. That kind of a thing. If there are other people that are there, maybe that are this guy, what's the name, somebody on top, if that kind of a person is there, the guy will insist that whatever that will happen, let it happen. That no, in fact, he will not even agree to turn off his phone. So before you know it, that place will turn to a war field. And turn into a war field, the producer or the director of the movie will now be the one that will lose. But that be initial. If you have decided, let the names of the people that are going to act, let it be made known to everybody. As in, when you are inviting me, you let me know that Esther is going to act here, Destiny is going to act, Stanley is going to act, and so on and so forth. So if I don't feel like I don't want to act with Stanley for reasons best known to me, I can now say, okay, no, I don't want to. So I don't collect your money. So you look for another person well on time, so that by the time you have people on set, you are certain that are people that are in agreement to work with one another, rather than when you get there, then what led to bringing police? Police as how? Police as how? And then those police officers, like I said, if they should take it up now, if Esther has a lawyer and they take it up now to report that you came with 4 police officers, they will be forced to name, or the director or the PM will be forced to name the police officers, and those guys will be in trouble, because police has been long time told to be withdrawn from VIPs. Okay. So, Actors Guild of Nigeria, this is in your court. You better do something. You can do better. Okay, you can do better to arrest this ugly situation, so that you don't see a repeat of this. Okay, I don't know how you at this stage of his life that he should even be encouraging upcoming artists. Just like that's what he said. He told him. Only for him now to hear that he's supporting May or following May on her Instagram page, and then the guy now reacted like that. So how do you not protect such people? Does that guy not have right to follow anybody? So if that guy is following me now, he'll now say, okay, why is he following me? It doesn't all go like that. It doesn't. It has nothing to do with anybody. Just come there, do your business, do the business to which you are paid for, and you go away. If, for instance, there are even government workers, you're working in the same office, and then 2 people that are in the same department are working, will somebody now say, okay, I won't come to work because this person, I'm quarreling with this person, and this person is in the same department as my own, so I won't come to work, or I won't do my work because this man or this lady or this madam doesn't like me or something. It's not done. So it shouldn't be, done here. You guys should not encourage it, because before you know it, maybe two hot heads will meet at one point, and then the whole thing it will just be a disaster. It doesn't make sense. And that movie now, at the end of the day, whichever way that is acted, I don't know whether people will watch it. Anyway, I don't know. That is not my point here. My point here is that, to arrest this ugly situation as early as possible, so that, there's no repeat of this kind of a thing, to avoid a situation whereby two hot heads might jam in that kind of a location, and then it will be war altogether. Okay, that's all I want to say in this video. Dear friends, leave your thoughts at the comment section. As usual, let's further the conversation there. What do you think? What do you think it's wrong? What do you think they can be done so that this kind of a situation can be arrested, to avoid a future occurrence? Okay, even the soji of a guy, I understand that Mama P, that's Mama G for general, that's Madam Patience also, is acting with the guy. And then Jim Ike is also acting. They invited the guy to come and work with him, and then the guy is now working with Sir Pete Edochie, Yul Edochie's father. Can you see? Can you see? They say the guy is working with I saw the video, where they were on set and everything, and the guy knelt down and Sir Pete was praying for him. Can you see? Please, dear guys, let's just look at it, and then, for the fact that Sir Pete Edochie is even a legend, and it is his son that is doing this, the man will not be happy about that. Maybe you is not listening to him, but by the time one or two things are put in place to checkmate it, okay, so that you will not have to be embarrassing his father, because I see it as an embarrassment. Why should you come to a post a movie, and then you'll be dictating on who to work with and not? I mean, after how many years of being in the Nollywood industry and so on and so forth. So I don't think. And look at now the Soji now. The father was praying for the guy, and the guy is now working with the man. So how do you now begin to describe that? Anyway, HGN. It's all up to you guys to do something about that. That's all I'm trying to see in this video. Friends, like I said, please leave your thoughts at the comment section. Let's further the conversation there, okay? Leave your counsel, that your suggestion, what you think they could do to better the situation, to avoid a future occurrence. That's all I'm saying here, right? I'll see you guys in my next video. Thank you so very much for always watching my videos. I am sincerely and deeply grateful to each and every one of you. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye for now, dear friends. Bye.